sound right. Get myself together, guys.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Chicago Bears. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go from Oakland. Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards. All told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At their own 18-yard line.
Down, 180. Mike, 58, right there. All day, pump. Kill.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now on 2nd and 16, Trubisky. Trubisky lost the football. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. 3rd and 2, now Trubisky. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. First down Bears. First down, a run with Cole. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
second down. Trubisky eluding the pressure right. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Trubisky will throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cordell Patterson there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Bilal Nichols. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Carr. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return is Cohen. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Maurice Hurst able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now Trubisky to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. offense set to get this drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over because that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Down. 180.
58, come on. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 694.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Monday, down. 180.
Take that from
Two.
under 10, under 10, 10.
280.
Throwing his car on 3rd down.
Man, he had the fucking ball in his hand, man. Come on, man.
Defensively, when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force
Man,
an
this
incompletion.
shit crazy.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
I'm coming after you. Say,
618.
They do go for it. It's Carr.
What?
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando in this one. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Now it's Trubisky. And the hook for Allen Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. That is caught by Cole. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 31.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Yeah, man, don't. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Trubisky on first down, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he can't hang on. There was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll start with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, it's Trubisky.
Man, come on, man. Watch him get this shit. What shit crazy.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final
Motherfucker be
timeout.
using adjustments, man.
Stop with 20 seconds to go in
Damn,
the first half.
bro.
Trubisky now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Hey, ball, 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 ball.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play. So on 2nd down, the field goal is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this
Ain't got no
is
time out.
the kick by Pinheiro is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows?
Yeah, bro, I finally got this crap to work.
That's it for the first half.
Yeah, yeah.
2 more quarters to go.
Might have should have stayed out for the way it's looking right now. Can't get shit, man.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be taken in after 1. Oh, nice move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good.
Got a good start right here.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 36, Trubisky, flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 24 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation.
Damn.
But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go, folks.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to fire in deep over. This is caught inside the 15. All the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Hunter Renfrow, 47 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched from over there.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. On first down. We'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And these guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth.
Let's go, Keith. Tighten up.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Hey, back up.
To try again after the sack. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Then it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carr. And down inside the 15 he goes. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Bang. Shit crazy. Bang.
On 1st down, they go right back to Carr. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a 2nd back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Man, come on, hike the damn ball, man.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Trubisky will throw. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage goes downfield. Cleveland Farrell in there to bury him for a loss of 11. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun is Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They're frustrated right now.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. He's going to let it fly. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time.
Boy.
He's picked off at his own 47. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, hell, in the 7, if we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Lock in. Alert. Kill.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Eric Harris who picks it.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Well, I wonder what the dude got them adjustments on, bro. I'm talking about every time I throw the ball, that shit get picked. Damn, bro.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message? But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And now off to the races, down the right side. Bears are in for 6. Touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stout
get my
defensive
flag on
front,
that play?
which is why they were throwing the football before.
Bullshit.
Trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.
They fumbled at the beginning of the game. Damn, boy. Kind of hard to get a win right now with my team, boy.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. This fielded at the 2. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun!
51 to mine!
Gun!
Get that ball! Get that ball!
From the 30 on second down. Cousins. It's complete. Abdullah. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Cousins on 32. He completes it to Abdullah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Gun!
Cousins gives way to Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the program, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Bravo!
First down. Here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darren Warland. And the return will stop it well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception throw.
And that last one, that hurts. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They run it with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, you almost fucked up.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the gun, it's Cole. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing that is caught. And that will be incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Sherrill's on the return. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 51. Here we go. Here we go.
Go.
51 to Mike.
Cousins the throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Let's go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 29.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
What? 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Gun.
That's me. Go, Mike 51.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. Flushed out right.
Here I come.
Man, god damn. Man, this shit crazy.
13-yard touchdown Brown. As his guys are 1st onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I can't get no fucking
That was
pressure.
just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out.
No damn
The
pressure.
9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game, so don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. No.
And that was covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Down. You're wide, Eddie.
Mike 5-4. Hey, I'm coming.
7:34.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Boy. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 3rd and long, it's caught. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Watch the edge. Check three.
They start the drive with Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Following the good run by Cook. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go.
Hey, no, easy.
55. Mike 55.
Gun. Gun.
55. Check. 55. Mike. Strip the ball.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs.
But I just don't understand, bro.
The 20. Touchdown, Vikings.
Man, we giving up all kind of bullshit. Maybe trying to put my boys up, bro. This is crazy.
And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the
Damn,
moments
bro.
of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically,
yeah, boy, it's time to pull out another team, but this shit hell horrible.
Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Another throw on second.
Man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, boy.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Carter to throw. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Carr, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
It's been an observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Man, he pushed off my man. Oh my God, man. Man, this shit's crazy. Man. Boy.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 31, Cousins. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking out of the gun, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Wood.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Final play of the half. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to be incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw his ball. He's going to fire one deep.
Come on, man. Ain't no fucking way, man.
Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Man. Boy.
He's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
The new update, boy. This shit horrible, man. I ain't want to fucking game today, boy.
To the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think he'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. He's got it to Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big play that time for the Raiders. 48 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. There's a welcome second that this offense needs. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And he'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points in. They've got to recover.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
All of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. They will play action here on first down.
Man, come on, man. No fucking way, man.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
I need a pick.
Cousins now from the 50.
What? Boy, I don't know what the hell going on with this game right now, boy, but this shit crazy.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He was brought down by Eric Harris. They go play action. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 6 yards on the play. Now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
93.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Carr to throw again. He's got his man, it's Williams. They're going to be set up down around the 50-yard line. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now in the afternoon. That Carr for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Throwing again. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of call, and it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game.
And this is going to be intercepted.
I'll be damned. Yeah, that sums it up, man. Trying to put these boys up, man.
This defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. On 1st down, Cook into the secondary again. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. The 46. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon is Cook. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll run with Cook. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Still, no fumble.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard over the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Throwing his Cousins. And Thiel's got it. Touchdown Vikings. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Go!
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Third down and 6.
Check 43. 61, matchbox lights. Later one. Hey, one set. Hey, Delta. 54, line 54. Yo, Chief. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. They'll find his tight end. That's Lawrence. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Good. Blue 80. 29. 54 Mike. Check. Watch the defense. Hey, do. All day. Low. Kazoo.
One final drive at the play. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And that will light a finish to this ball game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.
Damn,
and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said.
Two
but
fucking
I get
blowouts
the sense
back
it
to
was
back.
much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a
I
game
just
plan
don't know.
that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
Yeah,
So
I gotta
that'll
put
do it
y'all
for
up.
us, for my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.
But I'm probably on a 5-game skid, but this shit horrible.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and our home team. Northern California visits Southern California. The Niners and Chargers. Off we go from L.A. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Check 90, ground 80, 54. Let's go. 300.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Here we go. Plus the right.
Rivers to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that takes us from second to third down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So now an early third and 10 here on their opening drive. Working out the gun, Rivers. In a heavy traffic, it's intercepted.
God damn.
Picked off at the 45. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Damn, boy, we playing like shit tonight, bro.
Here we go. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
That's got to be 11. Switch.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 right at the 20. Right back to Coleman here on first down. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
I got you.
On second down, it's Coleman. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
I'm here all day. Kill. Hey, go Orange. Orange. Switch it. Behind!
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Good work, baby.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 5 at the 28-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Here we go.
Now Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up now, third and 5, following the incomplete pass. And it gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Wait, 89!
To the air again here, Rivers. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A first down throw here for Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw is Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Rivers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne and try to knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they got themselves a first down. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Wait!
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Wait, 90.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
6 guys.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. He will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like the little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running flag, and it paid off handsomely.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive helmet.
Oh, my
What you're
God.
looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your deep. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here we go,
So
here we go.
from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Coleman. And past the 35. Dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Switch.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, watch it. 65. 2.
Throwing on second and 14. Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
21.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Drop deep.
Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's on the multiple-time Pro Bowler, Joe Staley, the tackle.
Got them adjustments to bring you every time, bro.
Here we go.
Tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9.
Hey, we got 4.
Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity to push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Giving Nine the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Red!
Rivers now from the 50. He's got the man open. That's Allen. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 49. Here's Rivers.
Come on, man. Man, well, I tell you, that's the type of shit that's killing me right now. All this fluke ass shit right there. Damn, bro.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Denzel Perryman in there to get him. It's
damn, man.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half.
Come on, that bitch ass shit, bro.
I assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Check that, check that. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Under 10. Hey, alert. Alert.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Taking a shot for Samuel. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
It's 2nd and inches.
Here we go.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Damn, bro.
First down San Francisco to pick up 14 yards. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. The former Purdue Boilermaker.
Man, come on, man. God damn, man.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Mostert.
Come on, man.
And all the way down inside.
Man, bro, this is probably my last game, bro. I've been getting my ass kicked all night, bro. Bullshit, man. Motherfuckers spamming the same shit.
Check, 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 check. Bang, 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 bang. Patrick.
Hey, gun.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come up in an offset eye. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Coleman now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
The score, Niners 14, Chargers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching up point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Check 90, round 80.
Rip left.
Hey, easy.
On third down, Rivers. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Rivers on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second and 9, Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay touchdown.
Melvin Bowen with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They will run again.
Damn, man. Come on, man.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Hey, D-Line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Shoot! Watch the shoot! Shoot!
They'll run on first down. Coleman. There he goes again. And down to the 29-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Coleman. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Check. Check. 11. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Undercut. Back. White.
On second down now.
Man, look at this shit, man.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
Let's go, man. Kick 6 all day. Don't go mercy.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense. And still 2 timeouts to use those 3 left to get out of here with a
Into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy up game. Little clock management 101.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
In your face.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but, yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis
but that when you
and
know,
our crew, I'm
that when you know,
You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
4 passing yards.
California, so long, everybody.
Damn, bro. Boy, I get mad against me right now, boy. I can't get a win, boy. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the San Francisco 49ers. Chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Down, wide 85, 54, light 54. I'm going to run you check. I'm going to run you
Jones breaking from the contact. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 57 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, alert! 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 Who draw quarter?
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Come on, 65, 65.
And the 49ers.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
And he's the epitome of what we call a move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To throw is Garoppolo.
Put that team on the bus.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now. It's second and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
One, Omaha.
Garoppolo wants to throw once more. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game. Robbie Gould.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the right.
It got his man complete. Touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 75 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14,
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An ideal beginning of the drive.
Man can't throw off your back foot like that, man. Come on, man.
One play has him up past the 40
This shit
already,
crazy.
and another first and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep.
What?
And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
21.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go, here we go.
It's 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. About 3 yards there to the 27.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
What?
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get it off the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. It is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, 30 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
We'll see if they can recoup. He's got him.
Damn, man. That's on me, though. That's on me. Calling the same play too much.
Emmanuel Sanders, 75 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. And it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation to those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. A great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's a screen to Richard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
when you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Let's go. Let's do this.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second down, it's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. To throw, it's caught to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the first half that really has not been kind of them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel.
I'm finna say, come on, man.
It's Eric Harris who picks it. Or shifts past him. And a great return as he's out close to the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
808. Watch the screen.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
Damn,
To escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout.
What's up, Bryson D12? How you doing, man?
6 to go in half number 1. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
734. Bravo.
I'm better. You say you better than me? Hey, I tell you, there's only one way to find out, huh?
He finds an opening past the 40. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 20.
I make them tap, man. That's what I do. It's big. Add me, man. Smoke Man Joe, PS4. Subscribe to the channel, man. We'll play tomorrow, bro. About to play one more game online. I'm gonna call it a night, man.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25.
Come on, man.
Up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. 5.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check 50. X3. 218. Chopper.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
You must be dreaming.
On 3rd and long, it's locked.
Damn, man.
That's Tim Patrick. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice game by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Big rip.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
6-6, pull it high. Get it.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Mike 51, I don't think you got it, son.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
And
he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's caught.
Damn, man.
Complete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
This is taken at the 10. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get free, right? A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They run it with Jonovich, the fullback. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Mike, 55. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning.
Check. 55 to Mike.
Lock going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Keep that, man. That's a
remaining.
peak six, man.
Defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the
Man,
coach
that was a peak six.
Yes, we did.
the kick by McManus is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race.
Man, come on, man.
In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves job that way. You get a second opportunity, nothing big happened, but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, Raiders.
White down. 180. 694.
I'll get more. Get
From the gun, it's Carr. They'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Operating for the guy, Carr. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Down. 10 Lobo.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Check three.
Greystone travel. They go.
Throwing on first down is that. And a tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete. LaMarcus Joyner there defensively.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A final shot before half for Rock. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Man, come on, kick the fucking ball, man.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all or nothing offensively in this game.
God, man, hell yeah.
And off he goes. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jalen Richard, 75 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Right there in the middle, 55.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Check. Check. Check.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is Harris. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, boy. Get this win, man. They've been screwing us all night.
Offense set to get this drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting a run here.
I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Play to 1. It's front.
Tighten up.
Hey, exit.
From the gun, Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Yeah, 93. 93.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we're good, we're good. You ready?
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Big ass.
93.
Check 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Man, come on, man. Get out of them adjustments, man.
Switch up, switch up.
Check it backer, check it backer.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. You're mine. Hey, I 7.
On first down, Jacobs. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They don't want. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. Monday.
After 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 43.
Shift.
637. Hey, Haywood.
Contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They come out here in the eye.
Here we go. Big Dan.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Switch. Shift.
Later one. What's up?
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it.
Tackle.
On the throw forward on 4th down.
Man, come on, man.
Pressure gets him back at the 14. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Man, that's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit.
Going for it there, Charles.
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
You see that bullshit?
Not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home and they'll stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's something that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He completes gets this to Sutton.
That's too much, man.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Topper!
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh, 61 Matchbox White.
Another run by Lindsey, and he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
True draw Corkers.
They're going with Lindsey, and he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. That 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Switch protein spill. Get it.
Now Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one with 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They stopped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Back to throw. Locke. And he's going to have to hook up with Sutton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Locke now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing, offers a normal spacing and run fits, and the creases that they were able to exploit right there.
Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
What?
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted.
He's still going to have time to kick the field goal. Man, that's bullshit. That's bullshit,
so
man.
This thing rests on the shoulders of
Man, that's bullshit, man. Oh, beat me kicking field goal.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it.
God
His
damn.
kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Man, boy, I tell you, boy.
Absolutely loves it, as they should. Getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave the stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Should have took them 3, man. Knowing damn well he couldn't score on me. Damn.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver. EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down. At about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now, 41 to Mike. 180. Hey, we're good.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They do go for it. It's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. They'll run on first down. Richard, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
734.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Elijah McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you get a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. First and 10. Watson. That is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion. A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline as a play caller. You're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4.
Coming to you. Hey, 24.
There we go on 4th. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Will Compton. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he can do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Throwing on first down is Carr. He's got it to Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and do it. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this story.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. A gain of 3, second down. On 2nd and 7, Watson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cleveland Farrell able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. All day, punk.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to get another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 21.
Good track.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7. Watson eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. He had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They'll run for it. Dive. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 12-yard touchdown run. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Carr now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards. From the gun, it's Carr. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, they'll throw it Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, 30 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants to get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
Well, a throw
no flag
on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
You damn fluke
So
it,
they'll
man.
come up after the incompletion for second down.
7:34.
Now Carr to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively. A great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And they'll burn the timeout with 5. They come out here in the eye. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Just returned after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone.
What's up, bro?
Into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for
What's
him.
going on, man?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Watson on the first down. He's got the first down and more across midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And runs it past the 30, almost to the 25. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. On first down, it's Watson.
God damn. What time is it? Where you at? 1:43. Shit, it's 2:42 where I'm at, bro. Well, 2:43.
A good pickup there, 21
Time for me to lay my ass down, man. I got to work in the morning. I got to be to work at 9 o'clock.
Hey, check right. Watch it, you find. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check that left. And a go.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. But not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
One man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal. Watson. That's caught at the 2. And this
Keep him out the end zone. Make him work. Go.
A gain of 2, 3rd and
Make his
1.
ass work.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
It's big,
so even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
Peak. I was gonna say, how the fuck?
This is incomplete. They've had the play call.
You screwed me all damn night.
In the end zone. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 in the 1st. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. He can't get him down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have...
Yeah, I do a motherfucker same way they do me. Tap out. That's how we're gonna end the night.